Hey everybody, it's a.l.p.h.a here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of August 9th. We will be starting with the Mythic Plus affixes, as the schedule did not change from Season 3 to Season 4. Unfortunately, that means this week we have Fortified, Sanguine, Grievous, and Shrouded. Again, that's Fortified, Sanguine, Grievous, and Shrouded. Fortified Sanguine, so your fortified mobs could be getting healed, and they could be doing Grievous strikes to you as well. Not the most fun week, but Fortified is generally more light than Tyrannical, so you have that going for you, I suppose. The bosses will not be as hard. A lot of the trash is easier on some of the older dungeons, not necessarily in like some of the Kara stuff, but maybe like the Warlord's dungeons, for example. A lot of the trash is easy, so maybe it won't be as big of a deal. But Sanguine in the train, for example, could be a bit of an issue. We'll see how this week works with that. Could be very interesting. We'll see. I'm not very optimistic, but who knows? Maybe it'll end up not being as bad as what I predict it's going to be. Let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in game this week. This week we do have the Darkmoon Fair going on all week, pretty much. Obviously, you can go there and get toys, title or achievements, a couple mounts, some pets, all that kind of stuff right there. Obviously, I hope that they're going to add more to this. They hired more devs. They said they want to do more content. I think this would be a cool place to put things like legacy things that are popular from old expansions, even like the Darkmoon Fair adds a dragon riding race tent or whatever, or you just dragon ride race around. They already have the thing where you go through the rings at the fair. Maybe they do a dragon riding version of that where you race around the Darkmoon Fair. That's just one example, of course, and those are the type of things I hope to see that them add and bring more life into the fair. Obviously, when doing so, you need to add more cool rewards. A lot of the people who take part in the fair at all already have the rewards, so then there's really no reason to go back. And then, of course, eventually somebody sees, oh, there's a cool mount there, I'm going to go get it, and they work for it. But, I would like to see more people there, more people doing it, and, I'm a big proponent of that. This week we also have the Fated raid being Sanctum of Domination, so each week they're going to switch. Eventually, all the raids will just be Fated all the time. They did not say when, so you'll be able to go into Sanctum of Domination on Fated. I believe there's 9 bosses in that one, so kill 9 bosses towards your 10 of 30 quest. If you did all of them, you're 10 of 30. But the 0 of 30 quest to get a dinar, you should be able to get 9 this week, I believe. Go into Sanctum of Domination and do the Fated raids there. Fated Castle Nathriel was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty easy, but also fun at the same time in a way. And so you'll be able to take part in that. And Torghast Core of Souls is going on. I can't imagine many people are doing Torghast, but maybe some people need a little bit of Soul Ash to craft a legendary or something, like the initial legendary. But yeah, I can't imagine too much of that's going on. The event this week is actually the Shadowlands Dungeon event, so I expect this to be a highly completed event. This should reward heroic gear, I believe the dungeon event rewards, so that'll be 291 item level gear from doing 4 dungeons, and it's the first week of Fortified. We did go over the Mythic Plus affixes, that they are not that easy, but a lot of people will probably be doing 4 dungeons to get this heroic piece of loot. That's going to be 291 item level. I imagine a lot of people will be doing that at least. Even if you're not doing it on purpose, you might be doing it just because you're doing a lot of Mythic Plus dungeons anyways. So you get this done. So I imagine it'll be a very highly completed thing. So that's what's going on in Shadowlands in Season 4. I'm having actually quite a bit of fun in Season 4, more than I thought. I think it was very tailor-made for endgame PvE players, which is what I am. Obviously, it wasn't tailor-made for casual or story players because there's no story, and it wasn't tailor-made for PvP players, as some of the PvP stuff is pretty lacking, and there wasn't really any experimentation done on the PvP end of things. This is kind of like a PvE endgame. You don't have to be doing like the hardest endgame. You don't have to be a cutting-edge raider to be having fun. But if you do any kind of raids at all, and if you do any Mythic Plus at all, even if you do like +2s, +4s, whatever, you could be having a lot of fun this final season. So I think that's a good thing to build on. It's not perfect though. I went over that in is Season 4 good or bad video. It's not perfect by any means, but I think it's something to build on for the end of an expansion, and maybe try to see how you can incorporate more people into the enjoyment next time. Just want to touch a little bit on Dragonflight as well. Still do not have any alpha access. There's been so many invites out. You'd think just by luck maybe I'd get one. I know we have a friend or family of a member that has alpha access in the guild. We also just had a random invite from my guild as well. I'm just hoping to get one of these random invites. And at the very least, I really hope I at least get it into the beta to start testing out Ret Paladin stuff and doing stuff on Ret Paladins, especially because it's cross-faction now. I'll be able to get into groups and do more cool stuff that I normally can't do as an Alliance player, frankly. I'm really looking forward to getting in there, testing it out. And if that day doesn't come, I'll just be really sad, whatever. And on the other thing I'm looking forward to is whenever they do any kind of Paladin update for the talent trees, I suppose that'll probably be when like the Holy tree is out as well, because that was not out yet. That tells me that somebody else probably does the Holy and somebody does the Prot Rat. Someone who does another healing spec maybe does Holy as well or something like that. That would be my guess there, just like a very vague guess on why they released them like that. But I'd love to see some, if any of the feedback from Rat that myself and many others gave was listened to, and if anything was iterated on. Obviously, the big things I want to see changed are 4 points for Divine Steed. I think that's stupid. 3 points to get your current Avenging Wrath that you have right now in Shadowlands, and you also then are not able to take Crusade if you do that. So 3 points to get your current ability, and it's also, it also takes away from your ability to use Crusade if you do that. So I want to see that changed, and then I wanted to see just a couple other little things changed as well in there. Obviously, I would love to see some sort of defensive ability for Ret Paladins in general. That would be pretty fantastic if that were the case. So hoping for that, but not holding my breath for that, but just hoping for it. So that's what I'm looking for there. I'm looking to get into Dragonflight and playing on the alpha or beta, and then also just looking for updates on the talent trees mostly, since I can't actually get in there and try anything out myself. So that's it for this one for this week. I'm having a lot of fun, very, very hype right now. Probably last, a couple months or so, and that's fine because Dragonflight should come out, supposedly at the end of December. So and take us into pre-patch. The hype could take you into pre-patch, and so that's good. Do feel for you if you're not feeling the hype because you're not really a PvE endgame player. I do feel for you, but if there's ever a time to try it out, it would be now, I would say. So because it's kind of fun and it's not super hard either. But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody, have a good one.